Aechmea is a particularly nice species of bromeliad. There's very many varieties. This happens to be an Aechmea blanchettiana hybrid. Notice the deep maroon leaves. This plant gets to about 4 feet tall and then sends out a spectacular bloom from the top that lasts for about 3 to 4 months. Here we have a couple more Aechmeas. This purple one is a little difficult to see, but that's Aechmea mulfordii malva. Dark purple in color, does great in heavy shade, gets a bright orange bloom out of the top. And right next to it is a hybrid created by a company right here in South Florida called Aechmea Harvey's Pride. You can see the albo-marginated leaves. That one also gets a nice pink bloom that comes out of the top. Gets to about 3 to 4 feet tall. Here we have the standard form of Aechmea blanchettiana. Only gets a couple hours of late afternoon sun here, so it has a mild orange color, mostly orange and yellow. You can see it growing a pup out of the side. Aechmea's pup profusely. That also gets a bright orange bloom that extends up about 4 feet from the top of the plant. One of our most popular Aechmeas is Aechmea Burt. This one has a nice striped pattern on the backs of the leaves. Very drought tolerant. This one receives no water, just a little bit of rain, usually very dry, does good indoors, and here it's growing on a large dracaena. It gets a nice red bloom that comes out of the top. As a general rule of thumb, with most bromeliads, you either get very ornamental leaves and no bloom, as in Neo or Gelia, or you get very boring leaves and a spectacular bloom. This is Aechmea Blue Tango, which is a patented tree. The leaves always stay green, which means you can give it a low fertilizer. It gets to about 3 to 4 feet tall as it matures, has an overall lifespan of about 2 to 3 years. But the bloom on this guy is among the longest blooms out of any bromeliad, lasting up to 8 months. This is a smaller one, obviously not in bloom, but you have to wait for the bloom, and it's something that you get to look forward to. However, the leaves are very green. There are a couple exceptions to the rule, such as this. This is Aechmea chantinii variation Shogun, and it has the nice banding on the leaves. It's also albo-marginated with nice variegation. This takes full sun or heavy shade, and it gets a bright red bloom out of the top. Very ornamental. This will get to about 2 feet tall. A common Aechmea is your Easter bromeliad, which gets the bright pink bloom around April. This is a variegated Easter bromeliad, about halfway through its lifespan. Very ornamental, gets a very nice bloom. These are much sought after by collectors and people alike for all the ornamental colors.